Okay, so I have started. Okay, so
Okay.
so as we have done the basic part of the Tableau in our last session. Okay, so what is the Tableau and what are the environment and the basic thing how we load the data in the Tableau. So after that, once we will load the data, now the time to prepare the data, or you can say that to analyze the data, right? So today we will explore those parts. So Tableau public, and hope you will get. I think you have already seen the data set as well, right? The Superstore data set.
Yes, the Superstore data. Yes, yes, exactly. The city and everything. Yeah.
Correct. So I'm sharing my screen. So we will start exploring those data, and we will get some insights from the data.
Okay. Sure.
Can you see my screen?
Yes, I can see your screen. Yes.
So I will connect the data set in the same manner. Okay. So I will pick this order table, right? And
yes,
today we will not do anything in the metadata here because we have already done that part yesterday. Okay. So we will just go to our seed tab. And here you can see all the dimensions and measure, right, on the basis of the data.
Yes.
Now,
yes.
Today we will explore what are these cells, and yesterday we have explored how we will create a chart and how we will create a table, and right, and how we can create charts quickly by selecting all the dimensions and measures, right? So today some more
Yes.
Interesting things about the dimensions and measures, right? So whenever you will you can say you will use a dimension in our view. This is the view, right? If you will use any dimensions, means if you will drag any dimension on column cell or in rows, right? And
yes.
So these are the two by which you will get something on this canvas, in the blank canvas, right?
Yes.
By dragging the dimensions and measure on the columns and row self, you will get something, either the chart or the table in your canvas, in the blank canvas, right? So
yes.
whenever you will drag the dimension on the columns or row self, so it will always add a header. Okay, so you can note down that part because this can be an interview question. If whenever you are going to drag the dimensions on your view, right, it will create a header. Okay, here you can see these are the headers. If you will create this region part in the rows, these are the you can say that rows, right? But here you can see the header. Okay,
yes.
So
yes.
indirectly it is creating a header in case when you are dragging the dimension part. Now I'm removing that part. Now we will explore the measure. Whenever you are dragging the measure in columns or in rows, so it will create a axis, right?
Yes.
So dimension creates header and measure create axis. So here you can see this is the axis, right? So if you will right click on this part, then you will get edit axis option. Okay, this like this. What is this? We will explore this part later. Right now you can just understand whenever you will drag the measure part, you will get a axis, and if you will drag a dimension over there, then you will get a header. Okay, suppose in this part I will drag this in columns. So again you can see there is only one single axis which is for sales. Sales is a measure field. Okay,
yes.
And the regions you can see these are the header. These are not axis. You will not get any axis part here. Okay.
Yes.
This is clear. So now
yes, it's clear.
Coming to the second part. So whenever you are dragging the dimension onto the view, so you can see this is coming in blue. You can say this part calls pills, right? P-I-L-L-S, pills.
Pills.
pills,
Okay.
right? So these are the blue pills, these are the green pills. So blue pills, you can say that denotes the dimension majorly, and the green pills denotes the major part. Okay.
Okay.
So in Tableau, we call them pills. Okay. Secondly, so here you can see whenever the measure dragged in the view, it will automatically aggregate. So here you can see we have not done any aggregation, but if we are dragging that field, so it will automatically pick the aggregation sum. So here you
Yes.
can see the function sum function, right? This is the aggregation function.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
Tableau
Some.
automatically aggregate the measure, right, on the basis of you can say the identification that this is a numeric field and that sum is a default aggregation type that for that particular field. So, but if we will take this discount, right? So here you can see the discount field. Again, the discount come with the sum aggregation. But is it correct? No. Why? Because in the data set we have seen the discount is in the format of percentage, right?
Yes.
So we cannot aggregate with some function, right? We cannot use some aggregate function for aggregating the discount value. So what will be the correct way? So this should be average in place of sum.
Why can't we add all the discounts? Can we don't we if we can add sales and profits, why can't we add the discounts?
We cannot add the discount because suppose you have given discount of 20%, discount of 10%, right? So it will exceed the more than 100% discount. That is not correct. So whenever we are dealing with the discount, we always take average.
Oh yeah, got you. Yes, okay.
Right? So that's why in the discount case we will always take the aggregation as an average. We will always pick average. Okay, but you can pick average for sales and profit as well, but for the discount we cannot pick sum. That is incorrect.
Okay.
So suppose you are creating one chart or one table in this sheet and you want some other sheets and with some other visualization type and some other chart type and you want to use the discount field again. Okay, so you can add one more sheet from here, right? And if you want to pick some other fields like this one, okay, so here you can see the discount is again come with sum. Okay, so in this way, whenever you are going to create a new chart in this file, in this Tableau file, then always you have to change this discount as an average, right? So in this case, this is a tedious task, or you can say the repeated task. Okay, so better to change this aggregation type, default aggregation type for this particular discount field as an average, so that we can reduce our repeated task, right? So that we can reduce our manual effort. So for that, what we will do, so I'm just removing this right now and from here as well. So one thing you can, if you have only the single view, then how you will change the aggregation? Just right click on this green pills, okay? So again in Tableau, if you want to change anything, you can just right click on that particular part and you will get the list of options. So when you will click on this, so here you can see the measure sum, right? So if you will click here, you will get all the aggregated function list.
Exactly.
So from here you can select the average. So it will give you the average value, average discount. But
average discount.
So this is the possible way, but for only the single view. If you have multiple views on the basis of discounts, so you cannot change one by one. Okay. So what we can do, we are going to change the default properties. So again, this can be an interview question. What are the default properties of this, or what are the different default properties of this particular dimension or the measure, right? So suppose I want to change the default aggregation function of discount. So I'm going to click on discount field, right? This is the data pane. So in the data pane, I'm clicking on the field. Then here you will get the default properties option. Okay. In default property, you will get the aggregation type. These are the properties which you can change as a default properties of that particular measure. which you have selected. Okay, here you can change the comment, color, number format, and the aggregation and the total using. Number format is also a useful, you can say the default property, because in case of discount, you always need that value in the percentage format, right? So again, if you are going to use that field in multiple charts, then you are not going to change it again and again. So better to change manually. You can set a default property as a percentage so that you will get that number in percent format.
Yes.
Okay. So right now we are going to change the aggregation, default aggregation as a sum from sum to average. Right. Now you can check if you will go here, so you can see the average. Okay. Now I'm just using this discount field here, so it will automatically pick average in place of sum.
Yes.
Here again, if we will change, if we will pick this, then we will get average. So here the question is, can we change the default aggregation type of any measure? So yes, we can change. Okay.
Okay.
So this is regarding the aggregation part. So you can change the aggregation for measure. But what if you want to aggregate some categorical value, means the dimension field, right? It might be possible you want to calculate the total number of customer.
Yes.
Okay, here you don't have any such type of measure field. So how you will get that part? So you can drag that field at any row or column cell. Okay, so once you will drag, you can see the view will change, right? But don't worry about it. Just add one more thing. Whenever you will drag the blue field, blue pills, right, with the green pills. So in this case, you can note down that part. Always the blue pills comes before the green pills. Blue pills comes, always the blue pills come before the green pills. You cannot move this before this customer name. Okay, this is not possible.
Why?
This
Why
is
is
the
that?
this is the feature of Tableau. Actually, you cannot change it. Okay.
Okay. Is there any reason for that or something?
Yeah, actually, the reason you can say the logical reason is if you will suppose this is the chart right now, because the measures are in the row format, so it will create a axis. Okay, so whenever you are going to add some, you can see the dimension field again against this value. After, if you will drag after this value, it cannot you can say distribute this chart by this category. Means these three numbers cannot be categorized by this dimension field, but you can keep it here, because here you can see this is the category, and after this category we have sales, profit, and discount, but this cannot be here. Okay, so this is the format which is decided, you can say, which is designed here, so that's why we cannot change it. So this is the default property, you should know it. Okay. So now come to the point, we are going to calculate the dimension field, means we want to aggregate the dimension field, how many customers we have in for the particular region, right? So just right click on these blue pills, and here you will get the measure field. Again, the measure option, you have only the minimum, maximum, count, and count listing, because the dimension you cannot sum, right? You cannot use any mathematical or you can say numeric, all the aggregation functions which are used with numeric field cannot be used for dimension value, right? For the text value, we can only use count. Okay.
Count.
Yeah. So here you can use count or count listing, both. It depends on the requirement. Right now I'm using this count. So once you will change the measure type as a count, so you can see it converted from blue to green.
Yes.
Okay, now you can move it anywhere.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. So this is the way how you will calculate the how you will convert the dimension into the measure.
Okay. Okay. Dimensions into measures. Okay.
Fine.
Dimensions and measures. Okay.
Yeah, these are the part of dimensions and measure, right? So now we have converted the dimension into the measure from this way.
Okay. Yes. Okay.
I'm going to one more thing, right? Here you can see these are the normal charts. We cannot see the numbers here over there, right? If you want
Exactly.
to
Yes.
add the label, the numbers means the label of that particular bar. So there is the option at the top. You can see the T written here, right? At the top.
Yes.
So
Yes.
if you will click on this T, it means that is a label part. So all the labels will be activated.
Okay.
So you can see the label for each charts, right?
Yes. Yes.
As we have already discussed, if you want the discount property, the default property of discount, like if you want to change the number format, here you can see it is in decimal format. Okay. So how you will change? Just right click, go to the default property, and you can select the number format, and
Yes.
here you will get all the functions or all the options. So right now we will click on percentage, and these are the decimal places.
Yes.
If you want to keep it, then you can increase or decrease the numbers. I'm just taking one and click on OK. So you can see, right?
Yes.
And
Exactly.
as I have changed the default properties, so it will automatically change here as well. Okay.
Yes.
And if we are going to use it again, then also it will change.
Yes. Yes.
You can see, right? So this is the way where we can reduce our repeated task. Okay.
Yes. Yes. Yep.
So these are the dimensions and measure. One more thing for dimensions and measure, which we have to understand. There are two terms which used in Tableau. One is discrete, second is continuous.
Yes.
So discrete means there is something which is you can say in the group format, means the categorical way. Okay. Discrete means something is in the
Yes.
in categorical way. But continuous means there is something which is going to be in continuous format, right? Like if you will talk about a month for more than 1 year, right? So the January, if you will take the January for more than 1 year, then it is a discrete value. Why? Because it is a combination of both January for year 1 and the January for year 2, right?
Yes.
But
Yes.
if we want to display both January for 1 year and the January for the second year together, then we have to display the data in the format of continuous way. Otherwise, we cannot check. So how we will do that? Just going to the any other sheet. Okay. So here you can see we have a date field. This order date. Okay. I'm going to double click on this part. So here you can see this is the blue piece, right? And just clicking on this one. Just changing this. So here you can see, right? If you will right click on this blue pill, so you can see at the bottom, this is discrete. Okay, this is discrete. Why? You can see the 2 years, 21 and 22 is there. These are individual months, individual years, right?
Yes. Yes.
So
yeah.
if you will click on sales, so you can see it is continuous.
Continuous. Yes.
Why?
Yes.
In most of the cases, the numeric field is always in the continuous way, right? Because we don't know what will be the value. That can be 0.1, that can be 1, that can be 10, that can be anything, right? That is not grouped actually. If you are going to make a range for that particular value, then that will be the discrete. But otherwise, the value will always remain continuous.
Continuous. Yes.
Okay. If you want to change this date value as a continuous, so let me change it first as a, here you can see the two blocks, the discrete and continuous part. Right click on this. If you want to change, this is the block. You can see the line here, right? This block, the first block, the year, quarter, month, day, and more. These are the part of discrete value. Why? You can see against the year, you can see the example. This is 2015. Quarter is Q2. Month is May. Day is 8. If you will check the bottom block, year 2015, quarter Q2 2015. Why Q2 2015 and why Q2? This Q2 means Q2 of every year. Okay.
Okay.
Q2 of every year, and here Q2 is only for 2015. So this is continuous, because if Q2 is 2015, then that will come Q3 of 2015, then Q4 of 2015, then Q1 of 2016. Okay. But here you will get only 4 quarters, Q1 to Q4, and these 4 quarters for every year, that will be clubbed together. That will be aggregated. Okay. So this is the discrete part. This is the continuous part. So whenever you want to change the date value in discrete or continuous way, you can right click on that part and you can select whatever required value you want. Like you want year, then you can select the year and you can change it to quarter and month as well. Suppose I'm going to change it to the month. So here you can see there we have data of 2 years, right? But at the bottom you can see we have only 12 months, Jan to December, right? If that data will be in the continuous format, so in that case we should have 24 month data, correct?
Yes, 24 months data. Yes, for 2 years.
Yeah, 12 months for 1 year. We have 2 years data. Then definitely that will be for 24 a month. Okay.
24 months. Yes. Yep.
So in this way, you can see this is a discrete value. So it will club the both years January together and both years December together in the same manner. Okay. Now, if you want to display that way in the differently for every year, then in place of this discrete month, I will change it to this one. But before this, you can monitor this part. The pills is in the blue color. Okay. Right now, the month you can see at the top, this is in the blue color. So whenever I will change it from discrete month to continuous month, you can see the pills is in green color.
Change to green color. Okay. From blue to green.
Yeah. So
it is making the aggregation, right? That's
right. No, not aggregation. Actually, this is in the continuous format. So continuous value will always display in green color.
Okay, got it.
Right. But you cannot say that dimension will always be the discrete. Dimension can be also changed as a measure, right? As we have already aggregated. So that will also change. But in case of measure, always it will be in the continuous format, but you can change the dimension, right?
Okay, sure.
So here you can see the first month, January 20, and after that, if you will check here, the January 21 is here.
Yes.
So here we have 24 months data. So this is in the continuous way, because once the 1 month is complete, then the second month will start. If the second month will complete, the third month will start. Okay. So in this way, the continuity is going to be, you can say, the monitor. Okay. So this is the part of discrete and continuous. So what we have discussed, what is dimension, what is measure, what is pins, right? What is blue pins, what is green pins, what is discrete, what is continuous. These are the very important part of this Tableau. Okay. You need to understand. Sorry.
Yes. I got it. No. Please go ahead. Yes. I got it. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So here you can see these are the we are not getting any gap between these two bars, right? These bars, a small tiny white lines, right? But if you want to display each month after that, and you want a proper space, then you have one trick here, right? Once you will convert this month in the continuous way by this option, we have not selected these two, right? We have selected this to this. Okay. After that, once your view will be created, then you have to click on this and just change this part from continuous to discrete. So now here you can see all the 24 months with all the month name, and the gaps between these two bars will be in the same, better than before. We can separate each bars clearly. Okay, we can identify easily.
Okay. Yes. Okay.
So I'm doing it again. Just see it.
Yes.
I'm clicking on order date. I'm dragging the order date to the column cell. So whenever you will drag that, you can say whenever you will drag that order, or when any date in any cell, column or row cell, it will, you can say, it will come in the highest granular level. So what is the highest granular level for the date? Year.
Year. Yes.
Right. So you
Yes.
can see the plus icon here.
Mhm.
So it will automatically create a hierarchy. So hierarchy means if you will click on the plus icon, you will get the second level. What is the second level? After the year, you will get the quarter.
Quarters. Yes.
If you will click on this plus icon, then the next level is month.
Month. Yes.
If you will click on this month, you will get the day.
Days. Yes.
Okay. So if this value will be in the date and time format, then you can expand and you will get the time as well.
Yes.
So
Yes.
whatever level of granularity your data have, you can get for that particular date. By default, it will create a hierarchy for date field. So by default, it will create a hierarchy for date field, and it will always show maximum granular level means year as default. If you will drag that field, okay.
Yes.
Then if you will click on minus icon, then you will collapse that view.
Okay.
So
Got it.
So by this way, if you will create it in normal chart, then at the runtime, the user can also change at the required level, and they can collapse it, they can expand it as per their requirement. Okay, so this is also possible.
Okay.
So now,
So you said run. So runtime is that, do we have a script for runtime that it will be doing it automatically, or do we need to do manually?
no, runtime as well, you can change it. Like it at the runtime, it will display like this, like this.
Okay. Okay.
So here at the bottom, you can see here at the bottom, it will show you this plus icon. You will not get
Yes.
that block, right? Because that is for only the developer.
Yes. Yes.
So
Got
this
it. Got it.
this view will, you can say, user can see. And if you will click on this plus icon here at the bottom, you can see this plus icon, right? You can expand
Yes.
it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So by this way, you can expand it.
Exactly. Mhm.
Okay.
So I have a question. Sonu.
Yeah. So
Something for the runtime, right? So basically, are we going to deploy the code somewhere on the server or publishing to the server?
yeah, definitely.
Okay. Okay.
Once we will prepare our dashboard, then definitely we have to publish that dashboard into the Tableau server. Like in Power BI, right? You have done Power BI, so in Power BI, you are publishing that dashboard into Power BI services. Similarly, here you have to publish it in the Tableau server, so that you can share that link with the user and they can view it anywhere, right?
Yes.
They
Yes. Got it. Yes.
they don't need to be to install the software in their system.
Exactly. Yes. Yes.
Fine. So what we have done, we will just right click on this here, and here directly you can change in the continuous format if you want it is in continuous way. So directly you can click here. So you will get this view. After getting this view, just right click here and change it to discrete. So you will get this view. Okay.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Sorry.
Continuous. Yeah.
Okay, fine. So this is the date field. We have discussed the dimension, the discrete, the continuous, and the hierarchical date field. Okay, and how we will
Yes.
change the discrete to continuous, the date value from the discrete to continuous. Okay.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And if you want to display the exact date, so here you can see the exact date option. So you can select this one. So it will give you the exact date, means the DDYYMM for. Okay.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Your date.
If the data doesn't has the exact date, still it works. I don't think so. It works, right?
In that case, it might be possible. It will no. Actually, this option will only display when the field will be in the date format, right? Either you will not have a day in that date field, right? So if you will change that column into the date field, it will automatically pick some day or some month, correct?
Yes, yes.
If this icon will come, it means that value is in the date format. So always the value in the date format have DD, MM, and YY. The format can be anything, but there should be the day, month, and year. Then only the date will create.
Yes. Exactly.
Okay.
Yes.
Otherwise, that is not a date. If you are taking like Jan 22, Jan dash 22, right? So you can understand that is a date, but system cannot understand. System will take that part as a text. Okay.
Yes.
So that is not a date. So if you want to make that a date, then you can create a calculated field and you can create your own date on the basis of splitting that value from and identifying the text to month and year, and then you can pass any dummy date so that you will create a dummy date, right?
Yes.
Part of data preparation actually.
What is that? What is that? Can you please repeat that?
That is a part of data preparation where you will prepare your data as per your requirement. Correct?
Okay. Yes.
If you are going to display some trend, or if you want your data should have the date field, then definitely when you are getting the data, you will check all these data fields. Then after checking that part, you will prepare if those fields are not available there, then you will load it. Okay, if they will not there, if you are not going to use any data preparation part, then definitely you will face challenges to display the trend chart or use the date field, right?
Exactly. Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so one question raises here. You can say which fields in the Tableau is the part of discrete or continuous? That can be a discrete or continuous, right? So in the Tableau, the date field can be discrete or continuous both. Okay,
yeah.
The date field can be discrete and continuous both.
Oh, okay. At the same time, it can be
right.
It can be continuous and it can be discrete. Okay.
Yeah,
Sure.
you can see this is a discrete, right? Discrete or dimension.
Yes.
If you will click on here, you can change it as continuous, correct?
Yes. Exactly.
If you will change, it will change. If you will change the option, then it will give you the continuous format. So this is in the both way, right? But if you will drag this, and you can change it as a discrete, but you will not get a correct result, right?
Yes. Exactly. Yes.
That's why. Okay, so we are good to go with this. Now, coming to the data, you can see the chart part, and we are going to prepare something, right? First, what we want to prepare. So first thing, either the chart or the table. Okay. So first, I'm going to create a chart. So just click on the measure or AD. First on the measure, MD, we will apply the rule of MD. First, we will click on M, measure, and then D means you can say any dimensions. So once you will get this chart, it will be by default, it will be you can say I'm taking other example of other field subcategory. You will get multiple bars. Okay, so here you can see the categories. Okay, and the axis for the measure, and here you can see the label for this subcategory. Okay, and here you can see the grid lines and the bar colors. So once you want to change the chart type from bar to some other, so by one way is you can click on show me, you can click on any chart type. Okay, the other way, you can see the mark cell. This is the mark cell. In the mark cell, you have option of this drop down option where you will get the other chart type as well. So here you can set by default automatically it will take bar chart. You can see the icon of bar against the automatic, right? This is the default way.
Yes.
If you will change it as a line, then you can see it will give you the line as well. Okay, but this line cannot be created from here. Why? Because here you can see that for the line chart we need one date as well. But here in our view we don't have date field, and we cannot create a line chart.
Exactly.
But if you want to create with this data set, then definitely you can do by this way. You have to change the mark type as a line from here, from the mark cell.
Yes.
Or you can display the label by this way. You can show the display label. Okay.
Okay, got it. How many sales are for each category? Okay.
Correct. So from the line to area, you can change the area, you can change the square, you can change anything, right? The shape, the circle, and here you can change the text. So the text will display only the label part, nothing else. Right now you can see the ABC, because the ABC related to the text value. Here you can see the type of marks is text, but on to the text, this block, we have not dragged anything. That's why ABC is coming. ABC is the default value, right? Means if you want to display the sales in place of ABC, then you have to drag the sales onto the text. Then you will get
it. Okay. Cool,
right here you can see.
Yes.
So by this way we can get this. So after the text you can check to change the type of Gantt chart, right?
Can we look at the map, the group with the maps, right?
Yeah. If you will click on the map, you will not get the map. Why?
Because we don't have the map configuration or something like this, like the sales, right?
No, because we don't have any geo field in our view right now. Here the subcategory, this is not a geo field.
Sorry. Yes. Subcategory is not a geo field, right? I'm sorry.
Yes. Actually, whenever you will use the geo field, it will automatically pick, right? That part. So you can check this. Suppose I'm checking this automatic. So if you will use the state as this, right? Now, if I will change it as map, then this is coming. So you can get this by this way.
This is wow! Looks fantastic as well. Actually, yeah.
So you can get it very quickly. But here you can see the long and flat will automatically come. We have not fixed these fields, right?
Yes.
That is the benefit of geo.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, cool.
Very fast, in the very fast way, you can create quickly. You can create many type of charts, right?
Exactly. Yeah. Tableau is like very quick than Power BI. Power BI, you need to do so much of groundwork, right? We need to take the data. We need to do the start, and after doing dimensions and pipe the fact table, we need to make the measures on the right side. We need to take the measure, and we need to sometimes write the formula for the measures, and then everything. Yes, Tableau is like a little bit straightforward than Power BI.
Yeah, that's why I told you, because Tableau is a pure visualization tool. The Power BI is more on the data preparation part, right?
Exactly. Yeah. Looks like yes, exactly. Yes.
So in Tableau, you can see if you will create any type of chart, right? So if you want to change it in any other chart type, then you can create. And in place of state, if I am looking for this subcategory and the sales, what we have prepared earlier. So here you can see, now we are going to export this mark self, right? So here you can change this chart type from this. After that, if you want to change or you want to highlight what are the categories here, means the subcategories, you can say we have one more upper level of this subcategory. What is that? That is category. Okay, so so you can prepare this view as well. Furniture, this is the part of furniture, this is a part of office supply, this is the part of technology, but visually this is not appealing, right? So what we can do, we can drag these dimensions and measures onto our any marks to make it beautiful, actually. So suppose I want to highlight the bars with different colors, like for every category we want a different color. So how we can do that? We can drag this dimension from here. We can drag this dimension onto color self. This is the color mark. Okay, I'm just dragging
Yes.
it on here, so you can see.
Yes.
So we will get
Okay.
a different color for every category.
Exactly. Yes. Yes.
Okay, so you can identify.
Cool. Yep.
And
Different color.
you
Yes.
will get a legend here automatically at the right side. Okay, so it will automatically pick the colors. But if you want to change the colors, then how you will change? In the legend part at the right side, you will click it on the drop down, you will get the edit color, right?
Yes.
So you can click here, you will get a edit color palette where you can change the color and you can get it. The other way is,
Yes.
you can simply double click on this one in any color, it will open this one.
Oh,
this is the shortcut.
okay.
Rather than creating on this part, right? Going to click in here and then here, you can just double click on any legend. It will open this box, and here you can select any color option, whatever you want, and you can assign. If you will click on this assign palette, it will automatically assign the colors to the respective category. But if you want to assign your required color, then suppose in furniture I want blue, in office supplies I want red, right? So I will click here. Yes. I will click on office supplies, and then I will click on this color, right? It will assign. In technology, I will assign green, and then after that I will click on apply or okay, anything, then you will get those colors here.
Yes. Wow. Okay, looks good.
If you want to make some other color, then definitely you will click on double click on this green icon. So you will get this palette, and from here you can create your own color, or you can paste the color code as well, and that color will also pick.
Yes,
okay,
exactly.
So this is the other option. And here we have multiple number of palettes from where we can pick the colors. Okay, this is the one way to assign the colors. Now we want here we have category, subcategory, and sales. We have 2 dimensions and 1 measure. Now we want to add the profit part as well. Okay, so if you can see this profit, this is the numerical field, right? So here in the mark cell, you can see we have color. So by dragging any field on the color, you will get this type of legend. These are the categorical region. These are the categorical region. You will get this type of colors. But what if I don't want to highlight by category? I want to highlight by profit or the sales value, you can say, right? So I will drag this profit onto the color part. So once I will drag it, that wherever I have dragged the dimension, you can see that time the legend will appear. But where you will drag the measure field, it will not give you a legend, right? It will give you
what is this called? What is this called on the right side? For
legend actually.
Okay.
Right. So here you can see this is not a categorical legend actually. Here you can see a palette where you can display the numbers from in a range, not in a group actually. Okay. This is in a range, not in a group, because the value is in a range in the continuous format. Again, the continuous and the discrete concept comes here. That's why the legend to the range will be changed as per the concept, the discrete and the continuous. Okay.
Yes. Okay.
So if you want to change this, definitely you can change. You can double click, and you will get the same way. You can double click, you will get this palette. Here you can see the different palette from where you can pick the colors in the you can see the gradual way, right? Diverging colors.
Yes.
You can
diverging
colors, right? So here you can see orange, blue, red, green diverging. Most of the cases, if you are going to take example of profit, then definitely when the profit is negative, we will we want to highlight that part in the red, otherwise in the green, right? So that's why we have picked red, green diverging, and here you can see the red. If you want to change the red color, then you can click here, and definitely you can take the red as per your requirement. Suppose this is a pure red, I will take this one, and in place of green I will take this. This is a very dark green. Actually, I'm not picking that one, so I can pick this green. Okay, just to change the color, nothing else. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
And I
Got
click on
it.
apply. Here you can see.
Yes. Uh,
One more thing, here you can
okay.
see the left grid. Yeah. Go ahead.
Exactly. Please go ahead. Yeah, the left, please go ahead. Yeah, I will ask.
Yeah. So here you can see the other options: stepped colors, reverse, and useful colors, right? So if I will click on this step color, so you can see the changes, right? And
Yes.
if you will increase this part, so you can see the changes,
Oh.
right? The lower the value, the more colors will come. If you will increase the step value, okay, you can see.
Yes.
This is the use case. If you will decrease it, then definitely you will get only the red and green, right? The less colors.
Okay.
If you
Okay.
increase the steps, then definitely you will get pure green and red.
Yes.
It's up to you in what format and what way you want to display your data, in display your chart. Okay, you can change it. Now you want to ask some questions, right? You can ask.
Exactly. So now it is showing exact, right? So the losses or the loss whatever we are having is minus 42,775, and the profit as well as 42,775, right?
Correct.
So so what we can distinguish what are the losses that we have and what are the profits that we have, right? So in this moment, so do we how can so what is the use of this having stepped color as just number two? Can we
Yeah, number two means we want to only highlight the more on the red part. Means you can say, if you will click on this right now, you cannot check. Let me drag it on the label, then you can see. Here you can see the negative values, right? If you will see on the negative values, you will get here, and on only here, right?
Yes, exactly. Yes.
Others are not negative, but if you will change the step color, let me take it as 5, then click on OK. Then you can see the red is already here, but the other ones are in the gradual way. Right?
Oh, got it.
From
So there is
red
a
to
hierarchy.
green. Yeah, as per profit value.
A hierarchy. Yes, got it.
Correct. That is the
difference. Okay.
So if you will make it as 2, then we have only the 2 group. One is for negative, one is for, here you can see the mark. This is the 0. This is for negative. This is for positive. Simple. If you will create in 3, you can see the change, the marks. Then 4, then 5. You can see the mark is here, 0. This is for greater than 0. This is for less than 0. So for some of the values which are negative, you will get the gray color as well, right? You can see the changes. Yes. So this is the difference, nothing else. Okay.
Difference.
So this is the one way.
If you need more insights, then if you need more insights like with the colors, then you need to increase the stepped colors. If you don't need more insights, just you want to distinguish between the negative and positive, that's just to choose 2 colors.
Correct.
So
that's fine.
Sure. And this the right side, it's called legend, right? You said legend.
Yeah, it's legend.
Legend.
Yeah.
Please spell that out for me. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, LEGEND.
LEGEND. Okay, sure, got it. Yeah. Okay.
Got it, right?
Yes, got it. Yeah. Yes. Oh, what is
so you will see this part here as a here you have a format legend option as well. Okay.
Yes.
So if you want to format something from here, let me drag the category. Okay. And here you can see the values, furniture, office supplies. If you will click on this format legend, so you will get a format window at the left side, right? If you want to format anything, so just right click on that part and click on format. If you want to format this, right click, you can click format. If you want to format this, right click and format. If you want to format this, just right click and format, nothing else. So you will get all the options at the left side. Here you can see the format legend. This part is divided into 2 groups: the title and the body. This is the title of this legend. This is the body of this legend, right? So here you can change the font type, the colors, the size, and the bold, italic, and underline, whatever you want, right? You can change it, and this reflection is not going to display here, but it will display when you will publish that dashboard. Okay, and here you can see I have changed this centered and I have changed it as bold, but you cannot see it here, right? So here you can see this reflection will display here, but this title reflection will display when you will publish this part. Okay, the setting is here. If you want to change the setting, you can change it. Okay.
Yes.
You have the opacity option as well. If you want to change some opacity part, so you can change here. If you want more color, then click on more color. You will get this palette. You can use it as per your requirement. And if you don't want to make it highlight, then just click on done. Okay, you will get it again. You can add the border. Suppose you want any border, then you can add it, right? This type. So if you will display, then it will. When we will publish this, then we will get that part. Okay.
Exactly. Yes. 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 Yeah.
This is the color. This is the color mark actually. Use of color mark. Use of what is the use of color mark? Color mark is used to highlight our you can say that dimension or measure, right? As per our dimension or measure, we can see color mark is used to highlight our data points. These are the data points. In Tableau, we call these are the data points, right? These are the data points. These are the marks in our view. So how many marks in our view? Here you can see at the left bottom, there are 17 marks.
Yes, 17 marks. Yes.
Right? There are 17 marks, one row by 17 columns. Right? So here, how we will change it? Just I'm going to change it because you can see here the 3 marks. Why? In the category, we have 3 categories. But for sales, only we have 1 sales. If you will add any other field here, then you can see 3 by 2, right? 3 category multiplied by 2 value. So it is 6 marks. So one point you should note down: more the marks, less the performance. More the marks on your view, more the marks in your view, less the performance. Means the dashboard will perform. You can say perform not well when you are going to add so many marks on your dashboard or in your chart. So what is the required thing? Only use those parts. Don't add unnecessary dimensions and measures on your chart or in your table. Okay. What is more required? Always use that part. Or if possible, if you want to add many data points or many dimensions or many fields in your chart, then better to have, if you are facing some performance related issue, better to split that chart into more than one part, so that the performance will not impact, right? And you will get the result as well.
Yes.
So here you can see, I will just remove it. So you can see the color marks, reflection of the color marks. Now, after the color marks, here in the color marks, if you will click, you can see the colors, right? If you want to decrease, or you can say that you want to set the opacity of that particular color, right? So you can change it by this way. Okay.
Yeah.
By this way, you can change it, and you can change the color from here as well. Whatever you want to get from here, you can directly get from here as well. Okay. One more thing. I'm going to change the opacity as 100%. And here, one more thing. When you will click on this color, after the opacity, you will get the effect. Here you will get the border part. So suppose here in place of automatic, I'm taking any other like black.
Yes.
So you can see the black border, right?
Yes.
So for this type of presentation, you can use this effect option. Okay. So this is beneficial when we want to separate the view. Okay. Then we can use it.
Exactly. Yes. 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 Yeah.
Most of the mostly we use this part in the pie chart, right? In the donut chart and the pie chart.
Yes, in the donut and the pie charts. Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
So this is the color set, nothing else. Okay. Color marks, not color set. Marks, color marks in mark set. Okay. This is color marks in marks set. Okay. After that, we will come to the size marks. Okay. What is the size mark? Let's come to this point. We will take example of this sheet, but before going to next sheet, I'm just going to explain one more thing. If here you can see, rather than creating a new chart, we want to use this same chart, but we want to make a copy of this chart, and we can change as per our requirement as per our new requirement. So what we can do, we can make a copy of this sheet. So just right click on this sheet tab, and here you can see the other options, right? Here you can see the duplicate option. Just click on this duplicate part, create a copy. You can see the 4 and 5, both are same, right? Now in this sheet, we can remove this. Okay, we can remove this part, and in place of it, now in place of color mark, we can use size mark in this sheet. Okay. So again, when we are talking about the size marks, this you can say the size is actually the proportional to the value, right? If you will increase the value, your size of anything, right? It can be a line, it can be a bar, it can be anything, that will change. But you can see the size measured by numeric value, correct?
Yes.
So, suppose I'm going to drag this profit onto the mark cell. Which mark cell? Size. So here you can see the 3 bars will change as per the profit value. But at the right side, you can see, right? You can see this region. This is showing not the color at its sizes, right? The size bucket actually. It will automatically create a size bucket and it will assign accordingly. And you can see the furniture is the thinner line. It means the furniture is the category which is not in profit actually. And we can see the technology which is in the profit, which is right. As per the size, we can identify the we can do analysis clearly.
Yes. Yeah.
So in place of here you can see, if you will click on the size option, here you can see the slider. You can increase or decrease this thickness by this way. Obviously you will make it 0, then definitely you will not see any reflection, right? So you have to change it from 0 to anything, then only you can observe the changes. As per your requirement, you can change it. So
on the right side, right? So in the legend, right? In the legend, we are so many categories. What are those, like 9,000, 20,000, 40,000, 60, 80, 90?
Yeah, actually when Tableau is automatically making a group of that particular field, means from the profit, it is creating a group, and on the basis of that particular group, it is you can say highlighting that those columns, those categories, right? Yes. If you will click here and click on edit size, right? So you can see this is the sample legend, right? You can see this, and at the right side, size vary automatically by range from 0. You can take anything, right? This one. Yeah, you can see the changes. Mark size, largest, smallest. You can see this one.
Yes.
Yeah. Right.
Okay. Yes. So got it.
Start value and end value, whatever you want to change. And if you click on reset, it will automatically reset, and then click on OK. Okay. Similarly, you can format this part, but it's not required. Actually, we are not going to display this legend because this is just for our representation that the thinnest is for our loss, means this category is going to be in loss, and the widest category means widest bar means that is in the profit. Okay.
Yes.
So you can represent by multiple ways. So it's not mean that you cannot use this profit in the color. You can use profit in the color and in size as well.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So
Exactly.
I will drag this profit into the color as well. So you can see this is in the red.
Yes. Yes. Exactly. Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So you can use both.
Mm-hmm.
So this is one way. The other way, if we want to use the dimension field in the size, then suppose we have segment, right? So I'm just going to drag this segment onto the size. So you can see this is
Yes.
right. You can see you will get this type of view, right? If I will remove it,
Yes.
I will add some subcategory field on this. You can see this.
Oh, okay.
So there is a particular group created for that particular category, and that is assigned to that one. So this type of view you get, right? So
Okay.
that's why I told you in the earlier session, in the Tableau, whenever you are dealing with the marks, you can drag your field onto the marks to get new view. Here you can see at the show me chart, there is you cannot see this chart in this list, right? But we can create it easily.
Yes. Yes. Exactly. Yes.
Right? So this is the way to create it.
And also in Tableau, right? So it is kind of like supporting Tableau, suggesting us what chats can we use, right? But depending on the data that we have in Power BI, we don't have that. So as you mentioned, it is much more developed on visualization with Power BI with the data preparation. Yes.
Correct. That's why, yeah, this is more on the visualization part.
Visualization. Cool. Nice. Yeah. Good. Yes.
Yeah, give me. Okay, so this is on the size part. Okay, so you can increase or decrease the size as per your requirement. Okay, there is no.
So no, I have another question. So what do you suggest? Like, which would be easier? See, I already have my Power BI classes done. So my query, like, as of now, I feel that Tableau is much more easier than Power BI because you can tell this because maybe I already had classes for Power BI because I already gone through the course, right, with the Power BI. That is making to feel easier, or Tableau is easier to learn than Power BI. What would you say that? What would you suggest?
As per my understanding, actually, I also know the Power BI as well. So I know the Tableau is much easier than the Power BI because in the Power BI, the data, you can say the data preparation is easy. It means their Power Query part, right, where you are going to transform your data. That is very easy. That is very helpful sometimes. And definitely we use that, but that can be for only the Power Query or for the data preparation, we cannot use the Power BI, right? So we can get that part in the Excel as well. In Excel, we have an option of Power Query where we can transform our data in the same manner. Correct?
Yes.
So we can do that. But for the visualization purpose, the Tableau is better. And in the Power BI, frankly, there are lots of DAX functions, right? So in the Tableau as well, we use the DAX function, correct? But in the Power BI, I feel that those DAX commands are a bit complex actually.
Exactly. Yes.
Otherwise, there is nothing. If you are not using the DAX command, there is nothing to create, right? You can create a visualization, and again, you will get the formatting option at the right side. You have to apply those parts. And the best thing, the slicers and all these are there. But here you have actions in place of slicer. Right?
Exactly.
Tiles, and in place of tiles, you can create tiles here. Okay.
Yes. Yep.
In Tableau, if you don't have any, you can say, if you have a design in your mind and you can create that design in any other tool, right? So means in any other designing tool, you can create a design, whatever dashboard you want, right? You can save that design in required format, means the size, the length and width, and you can save that file into the JPG or any image format, and you can use that image for your dashboard, and you can place the numbers only at the required boxes. That is also possible here.
Exactly. Yes.
Means the designing is up to you, how creative you are and how you can design your data and how you can present your data, and most importantly the representation of data and what you are getting from that data. That is more important.
Yes. Yes.
So in Tableau, yeah, definitely the Tableau is easier than the Power BI, and I feel that.
Yes, yes, yeah, looks like sure. Yeah. Sorry for deviating. Yeah, thank you, Sonia, for the question. We can go ahead.
Yeah, actually, student have this doubt actually, but I have already worked on both softwares, so that's why I feel that. But I don't know. It might be possible who are working on the Power BI more, then they are comfortable with the Power BI, right? It can be possible. As I am a Tableau certified developer, so frankly, I feel you can say much better the Tableau software than the Power BI.
Yes, yes.
And rest, you know the uses, right? Which I have already explained, the use part.
Exactly. Yes, the use case. Yeah.
Actually, that for the data preparation, we can use some other tools as well. Generally, we can use Excel and the Power Query and the Python or the VBA, and there are some other ETL tools, right?
Yes, yeah, exactly. Yeah, we have a lot of ETL tools for data loading. Yep.
And so we can use that part. And even Tableau has a Tableau Prep, which is free with Tableau desktop. That why we cannot use the Tableau Prep? We can use the Tableau Prep. We can prepare our data. We can load that our data. Right? We have option.
Yes, yes.
So there are lots of ways actually. So after the size, come to this next marks, which is label, right? Which is very important actually. Whenever we are presenting our data, we want to display the label of that particular block so that we can understand the numbers, right? So
yes.
Here you can see the numbers, right, which are going to be high. But we can, if we will not display the number, then we cannot get the exact value, right? How we will monitor how much it is, you can say, vary from the other value of the category.
Yes.
Here you can see 9,978. Here you can see 74,000. There is a big difference between 74,000 and 9,000, right?
Exactly. Yes.
These are not the numbers of sales. These bars are created on the basis of sales value, but these numbers which we are displaying it here, these are the profit value, not the sales value.
Yes.
Right? That's why you can say this
Yes.
is 9,000 and this is 24,000. This cannot be possible, right? The difference, this difference.
Exactly.
Right?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So the label always matters in the chart to represent your view correctly. Okay.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So
exactly.
One more part, whenever you will use any measure, so it will create axis. In parallel, it will create a marks as well. Means in Tableau, if you are going to use more than one measure fields or a same measure fields more than one time, right? So you will get a marks for separate marks for that particular measure. Suppose here you can see one marks is here because we are using only the sales value. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
If we are going to use some other measure, the profit at the left side, you can see you will get it all, and there are two marks, sum of sales, sum of profit. So whenever you will use more than one measure, you will get more than one marks. Okay.
Yes.
Why we will get these marks here? Because if you want to change something regarding the color, if you want to highlight something on the sales part, something something different on the profit part, then you can do through this mark cell only. So that's why whenever we want to highlight something different from one marks to other marks, then we have to deal with this mark cell. That's why every time it will create a separate mark, and from here you can deal with it. Suppose for sales and the profit, here you can see the difference. If in case of sales, I don't want to display the profit numbers, I only want to display this sales. Okay, you can see the sales number. Here you can see the profit number. At the profit, I have displayed the color as well with the numbers, but in the sales, you can see only the sales value. And if you want to display some region, so here we can pick the region as a color only in sales. Here you can see we have used region as a color in sales chart, not in profit chart.
Yes, exactly.
So just click on this particular marks and you will get all the blocks here, the color, size and label, and you can use it for that particular marks. Okay. So this is the mark set as per the, you can see the measure. Okay.
Yes.
So now coming to the label part. So when we have more than one marks, so initially we have used this option to on this label part, right? So when you will click on this option, all the marks label will be you can say highlighted. All the marks, all the label will be on, right? If you will click on this off of this label, so all the label will be off. But what if I want to display on the label of this chart, not this chart?
Yes. Okay, then we need to, when we click on the sales first and then click on labels. Yes.
Yeah, click on label, then we have an option show mark label, then we will click on here only.
Show marks.
So by this way, you can on the label of this particular marks, right? So,
yes. Yeah.
So this is one. Yes. And here in the label, you can see there are other options as well. Label appearance, where you can change the look and feel of this label, right? You have a font style, you can change the font style, right? You can decrease the size, you can do some hit and try, right? And here you can see the automatic option, which means it will automatically, you can see here the background color is blue, so it will automatically pick the white as a label. But here you can see the orange. For the orange, it has already picked the blue, not white. This is the black color actually, right?
Black text. Yes.
So for the green, it is black. For the red, it is white. So it is automatically.
Yes. Automatically taking.
Right? Software automatically taking it.
That looks.
Right. Yeah.
Yes.
But there is another option, right? Match marks color. So if you will click on this option, so you can see right now it will pick a light blue color for this blue, light orange color for this orange, light red color, or you can see the white in red actually in this red, and this is the matching color for this green, right? This is the good option when you are using a line, you are creating a line chart and there are overlapping some values. Let's see that example. So I'm going to create some other chart. How I will create that, I will explain it later as well. Okay, I'm not going to explain how we will create a chart, what is the chart type in our Tableau, and which type of chart you should pick for that particular data set, right? When you are going to decide which chart need to be picked, either we will use the horizontal bar chart or the vertical bar chart or the line chart or the tree map or the pie chart, right? That I will explain later. Right now I'm going to explain this mark cell. That's why I'm creating this. Okay, so I'm just creating line chart and taking this example, this one, nothing else. Here you can see the numbers. Yeah. Now I'm going to highlight this by subcategory. So you can see, right? This is more puzzled. Just example of the other one, right? Here you can see these are the three categories.
Yes, looks cool. Yes.
Yeah. So here you can see the labels you cannot identify, right? Which is for the furniture, which is for the office supplies, which is for the technology. That labels.
Yes. So we cannot do it.
Yeah. In this case, you will click on the label, and here in the font, we will not take the automatic. We will take the match marks color. Right?
Okay. Yes.
This is useful in this case. So here you can identify this number is regarding to this line, this number is regarding to this line. Okay.
Yes. Exactly. Yes. Yeah. It is making it a little bit easier to read.
Correct. So most of the cases it will use in the stack chart and in the line chart, the match mark color option, right? Because in the stack chart, If the value is very less, then it is going to be overlap with the other block, right? And in the line chart also, it is going to be overlap sometimes. That's why we are using the match mask color, match mark color, so that it will match the color of that particular line or the block, so that we can relate the number.
Yes.
Or we have the third option. If you want to make any fixed color, then you can select, right? In the automatic, it will automatically pick the white and the black and whatever the color is suitable for that particular block. But if you want to fix that part, you can click in any color, right? Okay.
Yes.
And you have the opacity option. You can set the opacity.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah. Now, after the label here, I'm just going to make a copy, duplicate, and going to remove this category color. Now, in the label, to understand the other functions, that's why I have removed that color part. Okay, here you can see after the font, we can see the alignment, right? The alignment of that particular label. So here you have horizontal, vertical, directions, and the wrap options, right? So if you will click on this, you can see the label are going to be shifted left side. This is in the center. This is in the right side. Okay.
Right side.
Just to adjust the alignment, you can see it set it. This is vertical alignment. If you want the label to be vertically set, right? Then you can click on this part.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
If you want it to be automatic, then click on the automatic. It will automatically set, right? As per the availability of the space. And at the direction side, you will get the direction of this label, right? So this is most of the time this is related to the bar chart actually. When we are creating the bar chart, right? So sometimes we want to display the numbers in vertical format, right?
Yes.
Like in this way.
Yes, for bar chart, this makes sense. Yes.
Yeah, bar chart this makes sense, but in line chart we usually don't use this vertical label. Okay. So
exactly. Yes.
So now here, so I will use automatic because we want to be a straight label, right? After that, the wrap option, because this used most of the time for the dimension field, means numeric for the numeric field. You can say very less we use the wrapping option because the numbers are very limited, right? But in case of text, if you are going to display some category name, some product name, some region name over there, right? Then in that case, probably the length of that text will be bigger, right? Then we want to wrap it so that it will cover the area.
Exactly. Yes. Yes.
So we will use that part. Now, after that alignment, you can see the mark to label. Here you can see the all option is activated right now. The circle, which option is the you will get the rectangular, right? Rectangle. So it means it is selected. So all values are displaying here. So after that, if you are clicking on select option, so you cannot see any label. You can see the label of option is on. Okay, the label option is on, but we cannot see the label. Why?
Labels here. Yes.
Because we have selected. We have add. You can see that we have selected the option selected. If you will click on any marks, then only you can see the number.
Okay. Okay.
Right.
Okay. If for selected thing, you will see the value. For not.
Right.
Okay. Got it.
So there is the other option min and max. So if the line chart, you can see the min value and the max value. Right?
Got it. Yes.
It will automatically. And this is the highlighted option. So this will come when suppose I am going to add this color option here. So if you will click on this furniture, then you can see this label will highlight for this particular area like this. Okay. But if you will deselect, then you will not get any label. But if you will select on this label legend, so you will get this label. Okay. And in the legend, we have a action already built in action from where we can highlight the legend in the chart. If you will click on the legend, it will automatically highlight the color on that particular chart. If you want to make it off, then just click here and you can see the option highlight selected items, right? Just
Yeah.
here you can see the checkbox, just click here. So now you can see it is unchecked, right? If you will click here, then you cannot, it will not select anything.
Select that. Okay.
So if this value is disabled, then you can click here and you can on this option so that you can check. Okay.
Yes.
So after the label, the highlighted option, you can see the line end, right? Again, I will remove the color. So you can see this is the line end. Okay, start to end. So somewhere you can see the blocks. You can see the block, right? The trend of this value from this period to this period. So we can display only the mid start to end. So this is the way by which we can display the line chart, means the trend of that particular value, and we can display from where to where we have reached, from start to end, right? So we can display this way.
This way, yes.
And this is the most recent. Again, most in cases of most recent, it will show the last value.
The last value, yes.
So these are the options which you can select as per your requirements, right? So I will select the default one, which is on. So again, if you can select on this option, so you can see at the bottom, right? If I will select on min and max, right? So you can see the scope, right? On which basis you can you want to display that part. So I will explain this scope level for the table calculations as well in the later on sections. Then we will get to know, right?
Yes.
And the highlight is nothing else. Okay. Here you can see the line end. Line end, you are getting this value, and at the bottom you can see if you want both numbers or line start, label start of line, label start of end. If you want only in the end, you can uncheck this part. You can see at the end only.
Yes.
If you want to see or at the start, then you can change it. Right? It's just the options, nothing else. And one more options, which is here the all labels to overlap other marks. So suppose again I'm going to take this in the color. So here you can see all the labels are not displaying, right? Here you can see that label is not here, right? Because this is going to be overlap with some line. So if you will click on this option, so it will display each and every label. Correct? Yes. Here you can see the overlapping.
Exactly. Yeah, it is overlapping there. Yeah.
Yeah. So because this option means we want to display each and every label, either it is overlapping or not. Okay. If you want to deselect it, then you can get it fresh, and it's not mean that it will not highlight when you will get the more area. Means you can see. If you will go on
when you go onto the thing, that it will show it automatically.
Yeah, this is the presentation mode. I'm just showing you in the presentation mode. You can see these two labels are not displaying here. So if you will go in the presentation mode, you can see that these two labels.
Or else you can also see when you select from the legend, right? From the legend, if you select from the legend, you will also be able to see.
Yeah. That option is also available, right?
Yes.
You can select that.
Yes. If you click overlap and
highlight, you can select the highlight option, and if you will click, you can see
that. Yes.
That is also available.
Yeah.
So this is the label section. Okay.
Yes. So
till now you have any questions regarding the color, size, and label?
No, sorry, I'm good. Thank you. Yeah, with you. We can continue.
Okay.
Yeah, I got it. What you have explained. Yep.
Okay, fine. So now we have a detail, tooltip, and a path option as well. But apart from these 6, there are some more blocks as well, which comes as per the options which we have selected from the marks chart options, right? So here you can see when we have selected the line chart, so you will get the path options here. If I will go to the any other chart, so here you can see we have only the 5 blocks, right? These are the default blocks which we get because the automatic view is this, right?
Yes.
So these are the 5 default blocks we always get in this sheet, right, under the mark cell. But if you will change it, suppose I will change it as a line, then you can see the path will edit, right? And
Yes.
under the path, you will get other options, right? And after that, if you will change it as a area, then you can see again the size is disabled, right? It means for this area chart, the size is not applicable.
Applicable. Yes.
Okay. And after that,
yes,
if you will select a square, then again these are the 5. And if you will select a circle, again it is same. But when you will select the same, so you can see the other block is here, which is same. From here, you can select the same and you can select your custom shapes as well. Okay, this is the option. I will explain it. Okay. After that, you can see the text is same, the map is again same. When you will select the pie, okay, so it will convert it in pie, but not in proper pie. But here you can see the chart type is pie, and at the last you can see the angle.
yes,
okay, the angle is here, so it will create an angle. So I'm just going to drag it in angle, so it will give you an angle value here. Okay, by this way you can use it. After that, the Gantt chart is same. I think it will not be, yeah, for the polygon as well you will get the path, right? The size and label are not applicable here.
yes, exactly. Yeah.
So the main thing is, so you will get the marks type as per this selected chart. Okay.
Yes.
So we have explained these basics marks like the color, size, and label. The detail I will explain it later, because yeah, or we can say we can this is nothing actually. The detail level, you can see the 3 dot, right? 1 to 3 dot. What it means actually, there is a one block. If you want to explain it, we want to expand that block into multiple small blocks, right? If you will see the icon, means one is one filled circle and 3 unfilled circle. What it means actually, there is a one filled circle, means this is a one block. If you want to expand that block in multiple parts, then we can check this. We can use that detail level. And I'm showing you this one. Here you can see in this view, you can see the normal bars, right? If
Yes.
I will drag any field, like I'm dragging this category into the detail cell. Why? We know in the category we have 3 values, right? The technology, the office supplies, and the furniture, correct? So when we are dragging this category into the detail, this block will separated in 3 other blocks. Earlier it was a single block, but as per the detail, it is separated into the multiple blocks as per the value. If we have more than 3 value in the category, then it will break in more than 3 blocks.
Yes.
Right? So in place of category, if you will use, you can say the subcategory. So you can see we have multiple subcategories, so it will break. Sorry, in the detail, you can see the blocks, right? And the size of blocks is as per the value, right? Here you can see the 7.5%. Here you can see 15.8%, right? So this is the way of detail. And one more thing, whenever you are going to use this in the detail, you can see the number of marks will always increase, right? The colors and styles.
Exactly.
The 51.
Yes.
We have already discussed, right?
51 marks, and it decreases the performance. Yes.
Right. The 15 is not that much. 51 marks are not that much actually. But sometimes we cannot use multiple fields, like you can say customer name in the details and the subcategory in the details, the product name in the details, right? For any purpose. So this means you can see the 5,871 marks. Exactly. And what are the view? This is the view. Right?
Yes, and it is we can get good view of what's happening here.
Right. So these type of view we cannot create, and we cannot use this detailed view for these 3 fields, such type of these 3 fields, so that because these are the you can say these are the individual field by which the number of marks is going to be increased drastically actually, because the customer name and the product name, you know, there is a value that can be increased day by day, right? The subcategory
Yes.
that cannot be going to be increased.
Increase.
Right?
The product name, the customer name would be increased, David.
Yeah,
right? Yes.
the product name and the customer name is going to be increased. Product name,
Increase.
the new products will come, but the category will remain same, right?
Exactly. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
So we cannot use this type of value because it will always increase the you can say the mark size and decrease the performance. Right?
Yes. Yes.
So this is the detail view. Lastly, the tooltip. This is very important because whenever we cannot display the label because due to the overlapping issue, so we can mouse over on the data point, right, or the marks,
Yes.
so we can get the details of tooltip. So here you can see if you will click here, then you can see the segment consumer and the discount 15.3%. This is by default creating actually. Okay, we have not created any tooltip right now. It is created by default.
Yes.
Okay. So if you want to change something, so how you will change? Just click on tooltip. So this window will open. Here you can see the segment and the discount. Okay. But in place of this, here you can see two type of values. One value is under between the less than and greater than sign. So what it means actually, this is the field which is picking the values, right? This is not a label. This is a field which is picking the value of that particular segment. Where you are hovering on that particular marks, it is picking that value, right? But at the left side, you can see the segment. This is the label. You can change this label. You can change the segment name. I'm just taking an example, right? I'm writing the segment name. So we can write. But if we will, we will write the segment name, and here we will add discount percentage, correct? And clicking on OK. So you can see the changes are here with the value. But if we are going to, if we will change this one, right? Name, we will not get any error. But if you will click on OK,
it's
then you can see
segment name. Okay.
Right?
Segment. Yes.
Because the field name is segment, not the segment name.
Name, yes.
We can change the label, we cannot change the field. That is the field actually.
Yes.
So we will change it and we can check this value again. By this way, you can change anything. And after that, you can add anything. Suppose I don't want to mention in this way. I want to mention like this. This is the segment. And here I will add this line, right? And after that, and I want this value should be in the center. So we can change the font like semi bold, and we can do alignment, and we can change the color like this, and we can do it in italic format, right? And I will select this and I will make them as a center. Okay, like this. Here you can see.
Oh, okay. Oh, got it. Yes, consumer.
So in tooltip as well, you can do formatting, right?
Yes.
So this is the consumer, this is the discount and all. So suppose you have added one more field like the category in the color, right? So here you are not getting the category automatically, correct?
Exactly. Yes.
So how you will add this in the tooltip? So just click on tooltip, right? So if you want to add here, then just add category. Wait. Actually, I'm not well, so.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Actually, I'm suffering from cold, so that's why. Nothing else. Okay. So by this way you can add the text, and after that just press tab, and you can add the field here by this option insert. Just click here, and here you will get the field which are, one catch here in the tooltip option. In the insert, you will get only the field name which are used in the current view. right? Used in the current view means that can be in the column cell, that can be in a row cell, that can be in any of the mark cell, right? Then only you will get these fields here. Okay.
Yes.
Otherwise, you will not get here. So here you can see the category, discount, and segment are only here. So just click on a category. It will add category here. Just click on OK. Right?
Okay. Yes.
Yeah. Category is here. But now you can see the alignment. One issue is here. What? The alignment. The column of the after the category and the discount. You can see that there are some issues, right? If you want to align them, the value is aligned, right? So you can change it. How? Just click here, just click on tab, okay, and after that I will make a space and then okay. You can do it by any way, but I'm just giving an example so that if you want to make it like as I am creating, then you can create. And the format, just select this and take Tableau book 10, right, and color this one. What? Always remember the number of column and the number of value, like the second column last second last value, right?
Yes. Yes, exactly. Yep.
Tableau book 9 and I think it's 10, right? And here you can see the second value. It will remain same. Here by preview you can see it's very actually it's not good. So I'm taking this.
We can take black.
Yeah,
yeah.
Black.
Take some black color. Yeah.
This one. So by this way, and I'm going to color this one as well. But this is not matching with this. So just click here, Tableau book 10 bold, right? Bold and these two. Just click here. Don't need to select. You can select it, or you can just click on here. It will it will change. Bold and 10. Fine. Now you can see this is fully aligned. Okay.
Yes. Exactly. Yes.
So this is the tooltip, and you can add any text, you can add any field, you can do formatting as per your requirement. Okay. So these are the options here. Apart from these field, you can use some seat name, some data source name, some data update name, like you will add here, enter, and you can see the data source name, right? And just tag is here. Preview, if you will click on preview, you can see the order sample superstore, which is the data source name. This is the name of this, right?
Exactly. Yes.
So after that, if you want to add anything else like the date update time, right? If you will check, this is the 6th of March, right? 6th.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. Yep.
If you want to add anything else like the seat name, so you can see the seat too, because we have not given any name to this seat. So I'm clicking on OK, just writing it, anything, right? Rename seat, just right click on this seat, just click on rename seat and type here marks example, right?
Marks example. Yes.
You can see it will automatically change that value. Okay.
Yes.
So these are the other options which is available in the insert, right? So there are the page count, page number. These are the other things, but we generally don't use these options. We usually use the data update time, right? Why data update time? Sometimes we need the to schedule a you can say we can schedule our data refresh, right? Refresh in Tableau server we can schedule that the data will be refreshed in a particular time period, right? So, but how the user will get to know the data is updated at that particular time? So for that, we can add that data update time option, right? So that user will get to know when the data is updated. You can mention that time, but that time will come in the format like the server. If the server is available in some other location, right? That time format is in the CET, that time format in the IST. It can be possible, right? The server can be anywhere. So in that case, that time will be in that server location according to the server
location.
Yeah.
Okay. It's a local, wherever the server is there, that is the time it's going to.
Correct. Okay. So it will be in that format. So this is a very important option, data update time. We have to use this option to highlight the data update time. Okay, because this is very important. And there is a workbook name as well. So this is not very much required actually, because we are not using the workbook name usually. Okay.
Yes.
And yeah, full name. These are also not required actually. The full name you can see. This is our PC name actually. If you are using any office related system, means where you have some particular ID, right? Then you will get that ID here. Okay.
Okay.
When you are using with some dealing with some user ID and the password, and you are applying some user filters, right? So that user will user can see the respective data, then that will display here. Okay. But these are not very much useful. Okay. The major option which is used is the data update time. Correct. So always remember this part. And one more option will always used for data analysis purpose. This is the seat name. I will explain this. Not seat name, actually the seat. This is the older version. So we will get one more option, seat. So I will explain in the later sessions, right? There are some other features as well, so that you can understand that part.
So I have one question. The thing is that this is the older version, right? So are we going to discuss on the newer version later point of time, or that's possible?
Yeah. We will discuss those in the later classes, right? And there is nothing different. There is two other options which comes in the new version, which I in terms of functionality, right? There are lots of other functionality in the newer version, but we generally use two basic features which we want to explain you, right? So I will explain this part.
Sure. Definitely.
Okay, so give me a second. Okay, I am going to connect my charger. Wait a second.
Okay, sure. Yeah.
Hello.
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah. Okay. So hope you have not faced any network issue today, right?
Yeah, today it's good actually. Yeah, it's a lot better than today's no network issue. Yes.
Yeah, actually yesterday I was facing some network issue from my broadband side. So I have compared yesterday. So probably they have there is some broken line actually somewhere. That's why.
Yeah. Yesterday I had so much. Yeah.
Maybe the network we cannot actually say anything because it's not in our hand actually. Yeah. Okay.
So Sonu, I don't know. I can ask you later maybe. So, like, are you in remote in India? Because just for my information, not like, are you in remote? Which broadband you use in India? Because I'm not sure what people use in India. If you are in remote places, right?
Here I'm using Excitel actually.
Okay, I don't even know what is that, but that's fine. Yeah, sure. We can talk later maybe.
Yeah. Okay, so in the tooltip, in this way you can align, you can write in the word, like you can use this ruler to align something, but you can use the tab as well to make the intent, right? and you can format that part. You can make the size and the other formatting, right? If you want to delete something, you can select and you can click on this delete option to reformat, reset the formatting, and you can select and you can press the delete key to delete, right, something. This is
Yes.
and at the bottom side you can see there is a show tooltip option. So suppose it might be possible there is a requirement to hide the tooltip as well. Means we don't want to show the tooltip in that chart, right? Then in that case, you can just click on this option, show tooltip. So it will disable, right? Just click on OK. So here you can see you will not get any tooltip, right?
Yes.
By this way, you can off this tooltip option. So if you will click, then again you will see this. So one more thing, whenever you will hovering on that particular marks, then you can see the tooltip. But if you will click on these marks, so now it is selected, right? So if you will select it again, if you are hovering on it, so you will get some other options at the top. You can see keep only, exclude, these other options, right? You can see these are the options, right?
Yes, keep only, exclude. Yes,
keep only, exclude. This is the grouping part. I will explain it. And this is the set part, and this is the view data. So means there is the 15.3%. And if you want to see the data for this particular data point, just click here. You can see this is the summary, category of the supplies, and the segment is consumer, and the percentage, discount percentage. If you want to show the full data at the right side in the bottom, you can see the second tab, full data. Just click here.
Yeah.
So you will get the related data of this particular, right, portion. This is regarding this portion.
Yeah. Exactly.
This selected portion. By this way, you can get the data. You can download the data for that particular selected data point which you have selected. So here the data security comes, right? So when you want to enable this option, when you want to disable this option, okay, so it's not mean that every time we are going to enable this option, right? It might be possible we only want to display the summary value. We don't want to give any data download option over there due to the data securities. Okay, so so this is very important option actually. So from here you can download each and everything by full data, right? You can export it, but if you want to hide this, just click on tooltip. Here you can see the other options, include command button and allow selection by category, right? So if you will just see, if you will deselect this option, just click here. Again, you can see this option, right? Just click on here. If you will uncheck this option, include command buttons, right? So you will not get those buttons at the top. You will see only the tooltip.
Yes.
So by this option, you can hide this data download option. Actually. Okay.
The data download, I guess we will get more insights, right? When we click on
yeah, correct. This will give more insights actually.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So this is the option inside the tooltip. You can hide them.
Yes.
And one other concern actually I faced, so that's why I explaining you, because there might be possible in the management there are the users who don't know the basic use case of this tool. Actually, they only want a dashboard where they can filter something because they are from the Excel background, right? They want to filter something, they want to click somewhere, they want the result at the time, but they don't know these technical words. The keep only, the exclude and all. So due to the curiosity, right, they can just click and they can click this one. Okay. So you can see the data point is not here now.
Exactly. Yes, the data point is not
here. Yeah,
because we
excluded it. Correct. So we excluded it. So they raised the issue. Why this option is here? What it means actually? If you will explain them, then they will ask you, right? So why you have kept this option? If you are not asking for this, so why you have given extra options there? Okay, so better to remove such type of options so that the customer will not going to be confused, right? If you will click on this key only, you can see the view has been changed, right?
Yes. Yes.
So
Yes.
so by this way, so you can hide this option if this is not required. If you are not going to give this data download option, right? Then you can hide this. This
Yes.
will give a pure tooltip option. Okay. Yeah. So this is the tooltip part. So we can see today we have covered the mark cell, the dimension measures, and what is the column, what is the discrete, what is the continuous part, right? And what are the
Yes.
legends, and how we can change the colors, how we can highlight something, and how we can change the size, and how we can uh, create multiple marks in our view, right? And what is the use
Yes.
case of multiple marks, having multiple marks in our view, and what are the labels, how we can enable label for single marks and multiple marks, and the details, and the tooltip part, and how we can download, how we can reduce the number of marks in our view, right?
Yes.
There are multiple
Yes.
ways. Okay.
Yes.
So, in our next session, so we will discuss which type of chart you have to prepare, with which type of requirement you will get, and how you will decide which chart we need to select. Okay, there are multiple ways of
Definitely.
charts. How you will decide
Yes.
which chart need to be created.
Yes. Actually, Tableau suggests some chats, and out of those chats, what we can select is something we will be discussing in the next class. Right?
Correct. Like we have already explained, right? So when we are creating the bar chart, you can see this bar chart. So after that, you can change this as a line, right? But this is
Yes.
a time series based, so you will get this option from SOMI as well, right? Here you can see the it is enabled. But if there is this type of marks chart, right? Here you can see the line chart is not enabled.
Exactly.
But
Yes.
if you want to create, you can select any measure and you can change it as a line.
Yes. Yes.
So deliberately we have changed, but it is not correct way. Okay,
Exactly.
because line chart is for only time series based data, not for the categorical data. Okay, so that's why it is not suggesting you. So this part we will discuss in next class. Purely the you can say the chart part, and how we will create it, how we will decorate it, and how we will compare the two measures. In you can say how we will compare two measures, right? Like sum and profit together. Okay. The one way we have already discussed, like the color way, we can use the profit as in the color, right?
Yes. Yes.
We have done it
Profit.
this option, right? So we have highlighted the profit in the color, and in here I think in the first example we have used the profit in the size, right?
Yes.
So
Exactly.
by this way we can change, we can display. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So I think we are done with today, right?
Yes. Yep. Yeah, I guess yeah. We had a session today, 2 hours.
Yeah. So let's see.
So what I will be doing is that this whole week, right? So I will have ample time. So I will be practicing this whole thing on by next week class, right? So we'll be having the next week as per Bharati, right? So we will be having the next class on next Thursday.
Correct.
The coming.
Yeah. Fine. So I'm going to 1 second. Stop. I'm just here and just